Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metal Wolf Chaos XD. This is episode 6, and last time we shot down a big-ass helicopter, which took a little while because it was, very missily. But this time we are going to... I guess we're gonna do this as the off episode, because we're gonna have to do this at some point, and do the generic Destroy All Target Areas mission in Chicago.
The enemy force has concentrated strength in the center of Chicago. Intelligence's most educated guess is that the purpose is to re-educate the citizens and strengthen their support for the vice president.
Oh, you mean like Chinese re-education camps?
Though there are many target areas, it is possible to annihilate the enemy by effectively using the train to move from building to building.
Wait, what? Are we just gonna, like, stand on a train and shoot things as we go past? 8 energy pods, 39 civilians, so there's gonna be a lot of hidden stuff.
Destroy the target areas, and let the citizens wake up to their town with its tranquility restored.
And its infrastructure destroyed.
This mission goes by the call name... Chicago Daybreak.
See, like, that one's almost, like, short and to the point compared to most of them.
Godspeed, Mr. President.
Operation Chicago, ride the train and shoot a bunch of stuff. Alright, development time. So I think I'm going to invest in a new shotgun, because the one we have is fine, but it could be better. Okay, or we'll just get more variations of it, I guess. Put another point into sniper cannons. Point into multi-missile launchers. Okay, that's just a variant of the one we have. I mean, I feel like sometimes I should just stick to one category and keep going with that. Like, assault rifles have been our most generally useful weapon. And you can see, it's going to cost a lot to get the next tier. I don't know what the max tier is. I mean, my initial guess is 10, but could go higher than that. I do kind of find it annoying that you can't scroll down on these menus, so you can't actually see how many more slots there are unless you go to develop. Could do with a... there we go. Better bazooka again. So this is a recoilless rifle that fires trisecting shells. Does that mean it just splits into 2? Or 3, I mean? Because that could be good, that could be bad. I mean, that has the same problem as the railgun, where split shots mean you're not hitting the thing in the middle. But trisecting seems like it would go forward, left, and right. So that might actually be good. That would cost all of my money, though. Okay, so I got a sniper cannon that shoots grenades. Does less damage. I'm not actually sure why that would be better than the one we have. Even the blast rating is the same, so it doesn't have like a bigger area of effect. Reduced lock-on time. Okay, well, I mean, that could be good, but this thing's main problem is just the amount of ammo it carries. And shotgun. We got a shotgun that launches drifting mines, which seems really weird. Or one that just fires a bunch of chaff. Which, I guess that would be good for stopping missiles, but man, we really didn't get much out of that investment. We did, however, get whatever this thing is. The Supreme Assault Rifle with incredible range and firepower. So I guess that's really the only good thing we got. Also, I've been collecting musicians, and I guess that unlocks new music. But I think that just means it'll set every battle to have that one track, which I don't really want. I changed my suit. Okay, this is just the pre-order bonus scheme. I don't know if it's called Lambda because it's supposed to be like a Half-Life scheme or what, but let's switch it to that for one. Alright, and then equip our new stuff. Did I get the new shotgun? I didn't. What did I actually just buy? Well, I mean, got the new rocket, or new machine gun. Let's grab that. I feel like the flamethrower is not going to be useful, but let's look at mission data. Okay, lots of ground troops, lots of tanks, and some mechs. So no helicopters, which is good. Okay, so I'm going to try equipping the railgun for this mission. The one that doesn't split. And see how that goes. Because again, some of my grinding experience made it seem like the sniper cannon is better than I thought.
Destroy all the target areas and liberate the town of Chicago.
Copy that.
Well, if it isn't the heinous terrorist, public enemy number 1.
This is really the only time we've gotten to hear him talk directly.
Excellent work, Michael. How about a reward to show my appreciation?
He didn't really sound like that in the fake video.
Poison gas will annihilate the city in 5 minutes.
What a good president.
And Metal Wolf will be blamed for the slaughter of Chicago. Have a nice day. Or not, Michael.
Or not. He's such a goofy, like, I'm a generic bad guy.
Started up their poison gas controls. If the density of the poison gas exceeds 181 parts per million, human death is guaranteed.
Now, are these troops wearing gas masks or anything?
181 ppm. What's that?
Coming to you live from the skies over Chicago, this is DNN's
Where Metal Wolf was
Thought.
releasing poison gas
Using
and then
poison
blowing it
gas
up.
as his weapon of choice, Metal Wolf seeks to obliterate the city of Chicago. That coward. Even cruelty has a limit. But rest assured, I have faith that the U.S. military will put a stop to this.
Before I die in my
This is
helicopter.
up to his old misinformed tricks again. Please hurry, Mr. President.
Is this going to be the mission where he realizes his mistake?
From destroying the poison gas source, the poison gas density has gone down. But don't let down your guard. Hurry up, Mr. President.
Alright, this seems like a good spot for the railgun. Alright, I forgot it doesn't switch to the zoom.
What's that?
Please stop saying "what's that" every time I try to do something. Jody, that's a train. Have you never seen a train before?
Mr. President, that's a tank filled with poisonous gas neutralizer. The soldiers must be tired if they left that out in such an obvious place.
Okay, that's fairly strong, considering I wasn't even fully charged and I one-shotted it. Plus, the railgun I can actually use while moving, so it might be winning my favor over again after its lackluster first performance. Oh, still can't go that far, though. Let's see if I can take them all out in one shot. There's some civilians over here.
No. According to our own DNN human fatality density measuring device, the density of poison gas in the city has already exceeded 50 parts per million.
Why do you have one of those?
Down to his last mecha bolt.
Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were probably used to research poison gas.
They probably built their own doom. Okay, it says I can use the train, and also it looked like the gas thing was up here. There it is. Okay, so where do we need to go? There's a whole area up top. I think that's where I started, over there, but maybe not. Oh well, let's not worry about it right now. Except for all these crates. And another one of these, so let's lower the density. Grab an energy pod. According to the map, there's still an enemy up here. Ah, there's a weapon. Or an energy pod. They're gonna be... Oh! Something down here. This looks like a place with a secret.
Things are going. The gas will reach a fatal density in another 3 minutes. Metal Wolf won't even give us enough time to make instant noodles.
That journalist is always a day late and $1 short. Hurry up, Mr. President.
Can't we just, like, send him some video evidence of anything? Or, like, our conversation we just had with the Vice President? Okay.
What now? Metal Wolf is taking aim at me.
I wonder if I could shoot him down, and if that would be a game over, or he would, like, spit out a power-up. So I'm wondering if maybe he has the energy pods that I wasn't getting. Okay, I actually need to get up here. Well, I can go this way, too. Trying to find, like, a target. Okay. Destroy these. Nope, not the shotgun. I want that.
There are 5 target areas remaining. Hurry on to the next one, Mr. President.
How do you like me now? Only 1 minute until the density of the poison gas reaches fatal limits.
At this rate, the density will exceed 181 ppm. Please
I mean, I'm not seeing any more of those green tanks easily available. Oh, there's one. Is there any more of those I can destroy up here? I don't have time to hang around and save you guys. I've got very limited time.
The defense strength is high against live ammunition.
Ooh. That took out a lot of my health. It's okay, got a little bit of health back.
Not again! Another dire blow to the military. The military only has 3 operating bases left.
Okay, so they do have explosive tanks that I can set off. I hear civilians going, help.
That drawbridge is a symbol of the city and its rivers. Seeing it open is quite a sight, but if we can't cross, we'll be in a jam. Hurry up!
Well, I think we got more pressing immediate problems. I don't suppose there's a tank in here. Nope. That's bad. I don't have time for all these Abrams that are just sitting around.
How do you like me now?
Mr. President, the fuselage damage rate is above 50%.
Alright. So I missed all of those tanks with my burst until after everything was destroyed.
170 parts per million. Dear Lord, please save us sinners.
Oh, that damn journalist. Talk to the vice president, not God, about that.
I think I can make it.
The
But
gas
poison was
density
too
has
high.
Exceeded the critical fatality rate.
I guess I'm going to die now.
Nightmare. It's over. Chicago is shrouded in a mist of evil. Certain death is imminent. Meadowolf, America won't let you get away with this. We'll never forgive you for this.
So I think this is a mission where I'm just going to have to forego getting all the extra stuff the first time and just kind of boost around, going straight for the targets.
Gas control. If the density of the poison gas exceeds 181 parts per million, human death is guaranteed. Destroy the target areas before the density reaches 181 ppm. What's that?
What's that? Just kind of rush the targets.
On destroying the poison gas source, the poison gas density has gone down. But don't let down your guard. Hurry up, Mr. President. What's that?
What's that also?
Mr. President.
Oh, please stop interrupting me.
Poisonous gas neutralizer. The soldiers must be tired if they left that out in such an obvious place.
Good thing is, I don't think there are any civilians in this mission that have the timed cages. Haven't really seen any sirens. I mean, I can rescue the ones that I pass, but... Gotta really focus on these.
DNN human fatality density measuring device. The density of poison gas in the city has already exceeded 50 parts per million.
Our device specifically made for measuring generic poison gas.
Mr. President?
Okay, well, we have enough time to rescue these civilians, since I know they're here. I just barely missed with that rocket that I accidentally fired.
Be rescued. They were probably used to research poison gas.
Get up so I can stomp you again. Alright, and now we got some over here. Yeah, like, this building I should be able to stand on, but they're just like, nah.
The way things are going, the gas will reach a fatal density in another 3 minutes. Meadowolf won't even give us enough time to make instant noodles.
That journalist is always a day
Yeah.
late and $1 short. Hurry up, Mr. President.
Oh, these guys have energy pods, too. Alright.
How do you like me now?
these ones don't have explosive canisters, so I'll just use that, because it's going to charge back up by the time I need it again. Oh. Kind of a jiggly window I got stuck in. Alright, now we got some there, some there. I think what they meant by using the trains is just that I can run along the paths to cut through. That I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. We're doing pretty good this time. We're only at half density. Right. I had my machine gun in the left hand, so I blew up those civilians. Whoops. We'll just say that they were poison gassed. Yeah. One problem with the way the targeting works here is, like, if I want to shoot that explosive barrel in the back, I can't because the tank is what it's trying to lock onto. Where are all these tanks even coming from? I think they just keep spawning, but, like, where is the spawner?
Another dire blow to the military. The military only has 3 operating bases left.
Oh man, there's so many of them just hanging out on the street. Okay, so the next one I need is up yonder. You can see I've already got my burst again, so...
How do you like me now?
Going, and so I can boost across, but I can probably boost off the top of the bridge, or it's not actually gonna, there we go. I was gonna say it's not actually gonna raise. So there's those 2 bridges, but there's still another one around the corner, so let's go do that one first.
Only 1 minute until the density of the poison gas reaches fatal limits.
At this rate, the density will exceed 181 ppm. Please hurry, Mr. President.
Hurrying. But I also gotta kind of take these out. They seem to be behind a wall that I cannot get through. So I guess they are actually behind this corner. Come on. Gotta hurry this up. Unfortunately, this doesn't actually reduce the amount by much.
Dear Lord, please save us sinners.
Oh, that damn journalist. Talk to the Vice President, not God, about that. 1 target area remains.
Okay, so that won't take me out. I'm just interested to see the shortcut back, but the train doesn't cover that other corner.
The final spot, Mr. President. Mr. President,
I'm not gonna make it.
where are you heading? Come back.
Unless I found one of those canisters. But I don't see one, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to I'll do the beginning part again, and then if I'm in a good spot, I will record from the last bit. Because all we have left is across the bridges, so if I can get everything else before that, then we'll continue from there. Alright, so I've got everything taken down. I have 80 ppm to go. And it turns out, if I wasn't going to get any of the civilians, it was a lot easier to just boost along the railway tracks and snipe the buildings, which is kind of what they suggested, but, you know, I had a hard time letting go of trying to get those civilians.
Way to go, Mr. President! Wow, you barely made it!
Alright, is that the mission?
The U.S. military has been demolished once again by Metal Wolf. However, his plan to gas the town ended in failure.
Again, are you missing the part where I actually blew up all the gas dispensers?
Reached down to save us? Uh-oh. I've just looked into the eyes of Metal Wolf. Any further reporting is too dangerous. Our news team is seeking refuge.
I am spooked, therefore I'm leaving.
These events will continue.
And now the people of Chicago are totally
Because,
safe.
Yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword.
None of the explosions affected
This has
them.
been Peter McDonald
Or the
DNA.
stray rockets from my rocket launchers.
I'll say one thing for the guy. At least his misreporting is
So this one is
consistent.
definitely one I'm going to have to come back to between levels.
As long as the city is safe, who cares?
And try to get the energy pods in civilians. 12 of 39. It kind of feels like one where you're meant to do it multiple times to get all of them. Like you can't get them all in one run, since the civilians have already gotten disappear. You just have to remember where the ones you've gone actually are. That was pretty good. I think it's the first time we've gotten mostly green across the board. No chain combo points. And we got a new grenade launcher. And an upgrade. I haven't really been actually paying attention to how much the upgrades do for my stats, but it's just more health and more energy. The Chicago gassing was only the first of many Hawk had planned. If the American people would not submit to him, he thought, then they could be slaughtered by him. Fortunately, President Wilson stepped in and put a halt to these unspeakable acts. Among the Chicago survivors was a little girl who told reporters at the time, "As the gas was closing in, I looked up and saw God, and you know what? God is made of steel." I was gonna say, God looks a lot like Metal Wolf.
Jody, what's the situation on the ground across America?
Cruel oppression of U.S. citizens still continues all over the nation.
I guess neither of us will see any time off soon. I'm off to the next battle zone. Update me on the situation, Jody.
Yes, Mr. President.
How's the situation looking out on the ground? Alright, now update me on the situation on the ground. Alright, so we've cleared more than half of the states now. I guess those are all missions we're not going to get up there. Or they'll pop up later, maybe? I mean, this game is apparently decently long, like 7 or 8 hours for a normal playthrough, so I don't know how far we in are now. Alright, well, that was a fairly short mission, so it might be worth dipping into another one. Maybe I won't finish the other one if I fail, but we'll at least take a look at one of these other missions. Command Cruiser sounds
The
easy.
enemy force sends out over 1,000 citizens a day from Miami, trafficking them into overseas white slavery.
That's one of the ones I don't really get. Like, they're just, let's just ship all our fucking citizens out here and sell them into slavery. Because we don't need anyone to actually run the country.
The command cruiser moored on the coast directs troops in the Atlantic. It has long-range, high-powered missiles on board. Stay on constant guard.
It's weird that they had to specify it as white slavery, as though that somehow makes it worse.
Many helicopters join the defense. Concentrate your attacks on intercepting these cannonballs. The objective is the destruction of all target areas and the command cruiser. This mission goes by the call name... A lovely and clear sea once more.
You couldn't have just called it Cruisin' in Miami?
Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Alright, so we don't have a lot of resources. We didn't really get much from the Chicago one. Probably invest in, like, one good thing. Okay, we got a surface-to-air missile. Intended for surface-to-air strikes. Well, she did say there's a lot of helicopters, but I don't know what makes this specifically good or bad against helicopters. I guess we'll find out. I would be pretty upset if it did not lock on anything else. Oh, right. Gotta develop it. I almost wish there was just an option that popped up when you made one of these, that, or when you invested, that said, would you like to make this now? And I think the sniper cannon might actually be better here if the ship is far out. Well, let's try our really strong one that does 4,000 damage. I guess we're getting a vacation after all, Jody.
Enemy forces occupy Miami Beach. That battle cruiser is the command ship, directing the Atlantic Ocean troops in this area. Attack the cruiser and the coup d'etat forces, leisurely enjoying their holiday. And sink them to the bottom of this grand ocean.
Kind of weird that a battleship would be directing everything and not a carrier.
Enjoyed their last R&R.
This will be the last vacation you ever get.
The Navy cruiser will fire powerful long-range missiles. You'll need constant warning, Mr. President.
Great. Another missile spam mission. Which means I'm gonna want to have a machine gun out.
Long-range missiles are approaching. Watch out for aerial attacks.
Where are they coming from, though?
Mr. President, the enemy oppression isn't over. Please go back. More
Mr. President, there's still oppression back there. Go get him.
will rage on unless you wipe out the launch source.
I mean, I don't actually see the missiles.
Bombers are approaching.
Okay, they just hit next to me. Oh, we got some Warthogs.
The bomber group seems to have received a request from the target area and is on their way. The bombing will be dangerous. You should sever the reinforcements ahead of time.
Can I just, no, it looks like they're invincible. Boy, those are some real inaccurate, slow-ass bombs. Really not what the A-10 is good for.
A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was surely forced to play the ukulele on the beach. Well, their flight pattern
Surely.
will probably be from the direction at 12 o'clock.
I mean, they're not exactly hard to avoid. They don't really track me very well. And they're pretty slow. Yeah, the SAM launcher looks like it still works fine as a regular target. It just has a very vertical targeting window.
The missiles are airborne.
Okay, well, if I got missiles inbound... Well, I'm still not seeing any missiles.
Mr. President, are you all right? Oh.
I stepped on a landmine.
Mines on the beach. They should give a little thought to the summer swimmers and... Whoa! That didn't surprise me one bit.
They're gonna spend years having to dig landmines out of the Miami beaches.
Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were worked to the bone with...
So it's not enough to have landmines, we also have walking mines. I mean, I feel like the first autonomous, like, robot weapon we're gonna have is just gonna be little exploding robots. You know, quick disposable things that just rush at heat sources. With very simple AI. So this is a fairly small map too. It's pretty much just a stretch of beach and then the open area where the destroyer is. Okay, so blowing that shack up means now there are going to be less bombing runs.
That's far enough, Metal Wolf.
That voice.
They got a big old speaker on that boat.
Eagle of the Atlantic, Brigadier-General Robert Forrester?
Your former commander.
Man, small world in this military.
I don't know what you're up to.
I see a weapon on that boat.
There. But I can tell you this. You're public enemy number one.
It's weird because, like, those other mechs that we fought knew that it was the president.
Power isn't the smart way. Start by crushing the gun batteries.
So, is it just because we were talking to them?
The defense strength is high against live ammunition.
Wow, there's a lot of civilians between me and that boat. Alright, well, this seems like a good mission to have done as a 2-in-1 episode. Because it's fairly straightforward, and I probably shouldn't die unless I get hit by the cannons.
Mr. President, the enemy oppression isn't over. Please go back.
Alright, I'm just filling up my health. You're public enemy number one, but also here's my shield of civilians I put between us.
Mr. President, all the target areas have been destroyed. Only the battle cruiser remains. Now get cracking.
Oop, that's a missile. Good thing it wasn't a hiddle. Okay, this is another situation where I thought about using my
Missiles from that Navy cruiser are on a collision course. Please do not
sniper cannon, but
hard.
I really don't have a second to stop and aim.
Mr. President!
I
Mr. President!
I can't believe the water is deep enough to kill you there. You're supposed to hop from boat to boat like an Ava. Alright, well, I guess this is going to be another cut, and I'll get back to fighting the boat. It's going to be a very edity episode. Alright, we're back at the battleship. Everything else is cleared out. Now, I have to be very careful not to fall in the water. Which seems like it's going to be tough, because I really have to boat hop. And you can see there's another civilian. I didn't even notice all the guys on the ship. There's a civilian boat way out there, and you'd have to, like, land on there to get it. I'm not going to bother with that. That is for in-between episode attempts. I don't know if I was going to say I don't know if I can take that out, but there it goes. Yeah, there goes that. Just destroy all this shit from here. Yeah, the sniper cannon's pretty strong, but you can only hold 10 shots for it, period. And then you have to pick up more ammo. Switch to that. So, I guess the question is, how do I actually get on the ship? You also have to be careful with these rocket launchers because they do actually knock you backwards when you fire. I don't know what I'm shooting at. Apparently I'm hitting it, though, whatever it is.
They won't withdraw yet.
I guess it's just the entire
The number 3 gun battery.
center of the ship. Yeah, because it's that thing there. Is it just more civilians over on this side? I should be able to hit that because, yeah, I'm using the long range. So I suppose all I need to do is destroy these blobs. Oh, that thing's still standing. Get out of here, ship. See, these little guns are still shooting. But I don't know if I can destroy those without destroying the boat I'm standing on. Alright. That's what those surface-to-air missiles are good for. I suppose that you can just stand on here then and destroy the bits of the cruiser. No, not the shotgun.
Sectors 1 through 5 are flooded. Repair crew, get on the scene. Do not withdraw. Fire! Fire!
What is he even firing with? He's got like no guns left except those, which apparently can't lock onto me. They're not really much of a boss fight for this one.
Sailors, abandon your post. Hurry and escape. Grab any wounded and run.
At least they don't have very far to swim.
General, you run away too. We military men will never be cowardly lambs. We're brave lions until the end. Now carry out your duty.
Well, it's not exactly like the ship would sink and drown them.
Justice.
That thing looks like it's gonna sit on the bottom.
General!
Mr. President, the battle cruiser has sunk.
Yeah, pretty much like that. It just kind of tilted a little bit.
Vacationers once again.
You know, aside from the landmines.
Yeah, for those who survived.
Great going, Mr. President.
Also, why was he a general if he was on the ship? Wouldn't he have been an admiral? I guess yelling, "Admiral!" is less fancy than general. I did not do good on that mission. Which is weird, because I don't feel like I took that much damage. Saving the Citizen has increased your economy rating to 53. Technology rating. A new music track, Fuga. I hope those music tracks aren't just existing ones. The sinking of Hawk's command cruiser dealt a crushing blow to his Atlantic Marine forces and put an end to his heinous trafficking of American citizens out of Miami. As for the sunken cruiser, it became a rich ecosystem that teems with marine life, including a new species of coral, which I'm sure you have heard of. Scientists name it C. Forrester, in honor of Brigadier-General Robert Forrester, who was on the wrong side of history, but we are still going to treat him like a hero. The missteps that ended his life bear remembering. Let his tragedy never be repeated.
What's the pulse of the nation say about all this?
Well, that's another way of asking, what's the status on the country?
Citizens have already begun to wake up to the Vice President's evil intentions.
Oh, really? The we're literally shipping you out to other countries part. They didn't really think anything too much of that.
They couldn't stage a revolt in time.
Just the thought of a revolt is enough.
Considering that after completing the first level they were talking about a revolt, the fact that we're now like, oh, they're thinking about revolting seems a little
I'll
backwards.
take back the nation soon. Full speed ahead.
I'm with you all the way, Mr. President.
You get it? Because we killed the ship, so full speed ahead. Alright, we've only got one mission left. New York, the unmanned superweapon. I think that's going to be the giant mech spider, because, I mean, when we saw the broadcast about us getting beaten into New York, there was that, like, 1 second clip of it, so I think that's going to be the boss from the goofy intro cutscene, where she's like, you've still got your delicious dessert left. So that'll be a good video for next time. But until then, I've been Shadefire, this is Metal Wolf Chaos XD, and I'm still just kind of generally enjoying it. It is, you know, obviously the main appeal is the goofy story and over-the-topness of it, but it's also, like, not a bad game underneath that. It's a little repetitive in some aspects, but I think that's pretty much the case with Front Mission as well. Not Front Mission, sorry, Armored Core. Mix those two up sometimes. Armored Core, I'm pretty sure, didn't have that many, like, variations and objectives for most of their regular missions. But yeah, it still feels good to play. It's not, like, super jank or anything, and I'm enjoying this playthrough. And seeing just to what heights this patriotism will go. But until next time, I've been Shadefire, and I hope you'll join me as we continue to take America back from the treacherous Vice President. Take care, everyone.